Every year, everyone seems to make the same New Year's resolution. Get in shape, get a gym membership, try to not manipulate, or for that matter, try to not be so cruel or vindictive as you last were. Change for the better is what people seem to think should be their New Year's resolution. Forget the past mistakes and look forward to the future. Am I right? That's mostly everyone's New Year's resolutions. This video is a workout video. For those of you wondering where exactly this is going, I'm not going to ramble about wrestling, at least not for another video or so, because there's a few things that I feel as though that they're worth talking about. New year, new me. What exactly am I doing with a wooden baseball bat? New year, a new exercise. That is a pretty good way, pretty effective, as far as cracking your back goes. You don't have to see a chiropractor now. You're welcome. More back support that you could usually use is somewhat yoga poses. Yoga poses are very easy to do, and not only do they help you with your back support or your lower back, upper back, they have different poses to target different parts of the body that would allow you as a person, no matter your height, no matter your weight, no matter your disability, rather, no matter what it is that your restrictions are as far as working out goes. Most yoga poses are very easy to do. One is called, I don't know what it's called, but it's where you stand at a vertical base. Your feet are, I want to say, shoulder length apart, one foot in front of the other. So it would be like if you were kneeling, but you don't kneel. See, what you do is you just stiffen both of your legs, and then you do this, almost like you're a referee trying to call a football game. You hold this pose for upwards of 60 seconds. You can hold it for 30. You can do 30 seconds at a time if you want to. And then whenever you hold this pose, usually it's best to do it with light weights, but I mean, I know where my light weights are, but for some reason I didn't grab them. And then whenever you hold this pose, you're supposed to not be talking, and you're supposed to be focusing on your breathing. While you're doing this, you can manipulate your legs any which way that you choose. If it's in your lower back, for instance, that you're feeling your pain, then try to manipulate your legs to wherever your lower back feels the pressure. Whenever your lower back feels the pressure, what's supposed to happen is you're going to feel as though that it's getting, in a sense, it's going to start to feel like it's getting heavier. But it's, instead of getting heavier, the only thing that you're doing is you're basically making it reinforce it. You're reinforcing the anemone of your back. And I don't even know what an anemone is. You know, it's just you're reinforcing that part of your back, your lower. You know how they say lift with your legs, not your back? That's what you're reinforcing the manner that which the next time you go to lift something, it's going to be reinforcing that part of the body, lower back, leg strength. You want to do these poses in which a manner. Yeah, I had to take a breath there. Sorry. You want to do these poses in a manner that would almost feel as though that your joints are getting stiffer. But instead of getting stiffer, if you do yoga at least once a week, you'll start to feel as though that your heart problems are gone, or they're rapidly getting better, you know. Or you have to, it could almost cure arthritis. It could almost make it to where you don't feel as much, and there's many different types of arthritis, but you don't feel it affecting you in any way, shape, or form whatsoever, or in almost any way, shape, or form whatsoever. From here, what you want to do is you want to take your arm congruent to this leg, or adjacent rather, and what you want, like your left leg, left arm top deal, and then you just want to extend the other one in the air. If you can, go down and touch your ankle. Go down and touch your ankle, like that. And then hold this pose for 30 to 60 seconds. This is going to unstiffen any joint problems that you may or may not have, or for that matter, it's going to loosen the restraints that you may or may not have on your muscles. A lot of people like to do strength training, and strength training is really good, maybe 4 or 5 times a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, depending upon you as a person. But at least once a week, doing yoga, especially for someone my size, could really help. And you want to do that to the other side. You would want to switch legs. Had that been the case, you know, you would want to switch legs, and even this time, I'll bring the weights like this. You would just want to practice that breathing. It's really hard for me to concentrate on talking to my audience as well as practice the breathing that you're meant to do for the yoga, but I think I can manage. I think in a nutshell that overall this could help, especially women in their 20s to 30s, or for that matter 40 or older. Yoga can provide them with a steady sense of balance as well as tone their muscles and really help them to find a center. It's really hard to explain. I suppose you would have to go on various different websites in order to figure out, oh, what does yoga help me with? You know, if you're some buff that goes to the gym 5 or 6 times a week, yoga will really help you with defining your muscles, because you can go to the gym 365 times a day, and you can keep lifting at the same rate that you're lifting and hoping that you look like Hulk Hogan, if that's your goal. If you want to look like Hulk Hogan, that's great, but eventually you're going to end up looking like Ric Flair. You want to slowly bring these down, extend. I've done this workout before, except I've never really done it in a yoga pose like this. Release. Extend. Release. New year, new me, right? Extend. Release. New Year's resolutions really usually don't end up working out. There's a reason for that. People are creatures of habit. It's not until we break those habits, until we realize that these bad habits, or for that matter, lifestyles, you know, you can't really change those overnight. To say something along the lines of new year, new me is kind of unrealistic, especially if it's only for like that year. If that's the new year, new you for 2021, you're going to be making another New Year's resolution for 2022 and for 2023 and for 2024, and it's unrealistic to think that you're going to be getting better by the year when in fact you're only getting older. And by getting older, you're really not accomplishing anything. And release. I do apologize if I started off a little bit aggressive, if this video came off a little bit like abruptly just into the workout and then no like backstory behind it, or just, hey guys, want to do some yoga? Thank you so much for tuning in. There will be another wrestling video up probably in 2021, about the first, if not the second week of January. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video now. Thank you so much for all your support. If you have been supporting me up until this point, the next wrestling video we will be talking about AEW, and we will not be touching on WWE until around February, I think, unless something changes. Unless Sami Zayn loses his Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn is scheduled to lose his Intercontinental Championship very soon, as a matter of fact. I don't know whether he's going to lose it or not, but he's kept it for so long. You can't stay champion forever, okay? I want to talk about that. I really, really want to talk about that, because he doesn't deserve it. He didn't earn it. I've already talked about those 2 points, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut the video now, because otherwise I'm just going to talk about it now. Thank you so much, and if yoga is something that helps you in your life, then maybe you want to look up some yoga poses that you could possibly do for yourself. This has just been like a quick demo, but thank you so much, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it now, and appreciate the support.